Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome to another Racial Legends video. If you guys are here from part 1 of Chosen's video, then thank you for coming over. Guys, this will be the part 2 of basically us, both me and Chosen, reviewing all 6 new champions that will be released with Brogni on Tuesday the 13th. We're here on the test server that Plarion gave access to us, the content creators. So as you can see, this is not my account. It's not Cold Brew. We do have access to all the new champions, and we have reviewed them with Chosen. So the first part of the series is over at his channel. There's a link down below, both in the description, but also in the comment of the video. I'm going to put a pinned comment down below. Go check it out if you haven't. And if you did, then here will be the part 2 of this video with the remaining review of the champion. So enjoy, guys, and thank you for coming over. And then the final one for epics, it's going to be Skimfos, I guess you can say that. Skimfos the Consumed. Look at this guy. He's got half a wing.
He's like a half and half. So the left,
I guess, except for his head.
the left.
I mean, if he didn't have this side.
Yeah, the left side of
it's
his
the left side.
body is like the demon wings, and then the right side of his body is like a man.
I guess, yeah. It looks real cool, really unique one.
Yeah.
Let's see his stats. Attack based again, 1.4k attack, 1000 defense, 102 speed. So both his defense is high for his attack as well.
He's gonna be a damage dealer, like a glass cannon. That's a low base HP.
Yeah, the HP 13,000. It's low. Growing Hunger is the A1, attacks when aiming 2 times. First hit has a 35% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. The second hit, 35% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 10%. Okay.
Good for boss fights. I mean,
yeah, the decreased speed, the turn meter reduction. It's only 10%. Okay, it goes to 45%.
It's a good A1 for the Spider, the Fire Knight, Faction Wars.
Yeah. It's not a bad one. Then the A2 Curse Feeder attacks all enemies. 75% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack. 2 turns after attacking. Transfers all debuffs except Stun, Freeze, Sleep, Fear, True Fear, and Provoke from all allies to this champion.
So he's gonna soak up like defense break and all the other stuff from your team. He's gonna soak it onto himself.
Yeah, I guess poisons, defense break, weaken. What's missing? Well, those.
Yeah,
Because everything else it stays on.
And then
Hex.
I bet he's got some sort of passive where he's got a chance to cleanse 2 random debuffs or something every turn. I bet.
Possibly. We'll have to see. Let's see his A3. Oh, look at this. Transfers all debuffs from this champion to a target enemy.
Oh, there it is.
Then attacks the target. Steals 100% of the target's turn meter if this attack is critical.
Yeah, there it is. So he's gonna soak up. Okay. He's gonna soak up, and then he's gonna transfer it all. Yep. That's kind of. I mean, that's a fun mechanic, I guess.
Yeah. It's a cool mechanic, I guess too. Like you can do this even in the Spider and transfer all the poisons from the Spider Link tank.
Yeah.
You know, he'll absorb them and then transfer them to the big Spider.
Yeah.
And also steal the turn meter, I guess.
As long as he's critical hitting, yeah.
Well, you'll have to build him with critical, I guess, for this. And then the passive heals this champion by 5% of their max HP for each debuff on them at the start of each turn. Okay. If this champion is under 4 more debuffs at the start of the turn, place a 50% increased attack and a 30% increased critical damage buff on this champion for 2 turns. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So he
can counteract poisons at least.
Yeah, so he won't die from poisons. So, well, effectively, you can have him as a tank for spiralings, I guess. He won't die from the poison, so he'll just have to survive the hits.
He would just have to have the lowest HP, and then you'd have to use nobody who's a weak affinity because he's void. So you'll have to
right.
As long as the spiderlings attack him because of the HP, he should be able to soak stuff up and kind of counteract it.
Right. Yeah, he's solid as well, I think. And then he's got an aura. increase ally attack and Doom Tower battles by 30%.
Okay, so that's the 4 epics, right? It was Giscard, the first one, Mordecai, Fenshi, and then Schemefos right here. This is probably the best job they've done in the 4 epics for a fusion, right?
Yeah, there's not a single epic which I say, okay, yeah, sacrifice him.
Yeah.
You shouldn't care about this epic at all. Because I find uses for each and every one of them for any player out there that has a difficulty in an area. Like well, this one his kit is a bit unique, but I find uses for it. I could find uses for it, even if I personally, for my account, won't have a use. I mean, just this, it's so cool. You can probably do some fun stuff with it.
Yeah, like you pair that
And
with
then,
Zavia, soak it all up, transfer it, blow it up. I mean, yeah, there's like you're right. Like for a super end game player, there might not be a carved out like, oh, I'm gonna like run into Plat Arena with this guy. But yeah, there's some fun stuff to try out for sure.
yeah, I think the work done on all these four are great, and I don't mind getting more champions of this sort of skills, and also their looks, and I guess their animations. If once we test them out, hopefully we'll have some unique skills to show off. Yeah, that's it. And I think we have got the final one now, which is the legendary.
Yeah.
I'll let you. I had a glimpse of her skills, so I'll
Oh,
let you
okay.
go through the skills, so I can see your reaction, because I know at least one of her skills and what she does. So here she is.
Oh, she looks super cool.
Super cool. I
Yeah.
mean, look at that.
Yeah.
The-
Okay. So we've got Riho. We've got a void legendary support, and then we've got pretty par for the core space stats, no accuracy. So I wonder if she places debuffs or if she's a high resistance character like a Duchess. I don't know. We'll have to see. But you're right. I haven't seen. So
yeah, looks great. Looks great. Let's go over A1. Go for it.
absorption, attack one enemy, place continuous heal buff on the ally with the lowest HP for 1 turn. Also place a 7.5 continuous heal on all allies with 30% HP or less. Ugh. That's a 30%'s a rough qualifier, but I like the targeted on the ally who needs it. So yeah, that's not a bad A1. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, definitely not a bad one. Although I would like this. Maybe if this increased the threshold here,
Yeah.
this would have been way better. So there's the A2 now.
Okay, so we got 3 turn cooldown when booked. Places a stun debuff on a target enemy for 1 turn. Oh, so it's just 100% chance. Like it's just gonna run in and stun an enemy, as well as
Right.
HP. Wait a minute, as well as HP burn, 60 a defense break, weaken, decrease attack, decrease crit rate for 2 turns, then attack them. So she's gonna stun something and then place every debuff and then attack them.
Right.
so so okay, I guess you could just pick somebody in the arena and be like, okay, we're going to eliminate them, we're going to stun them, and then we're going to make them put a hex on them, basically put everything on them. Or clan boss, you basically get everything here: the attack break, the HP burn. I mean, you just bring her with Vizier and you got everything. Like
That's it.
oh my goodness. So yeah, that
uh,
there's no ability like that in the game. That's insane.
there's definitely no ability like that.
Oh my
It's
god.
when I saw this, I was like, "What?" There's nothing to it that makes it bad for this skill. There's no negatives about this. A 3-turn cooldown. It increases
Wow.
the damage with the books, and then she just applies everything to it. I
Yes.
just want to see what theory of crafting is going to come out of this champion.
Yeah, can you imagine like the Vizier comps that you could build? Because this champion's basically 2 champions in one for like a Vizier comp. So you're basically getting a 6th champion in a Vizier comp.
Right.
Okay, so
Really, really solid skill. Then the AFib.
remove all debuffs from all allies, then place a block debuffs on them for 2 turns. Okay, so we've got an immunity cleanser, like a Hawkhorn Smash Lord type thing. Okay. And then
Right.
also heal all allies 35% of their max HP. and a further 5%, and we can get this to a 3-turn cooldown. That's a very good tag team arena, defensive arena type ability. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, also clan boss also
Yeah.
with a
Oh,
3-turn
yeah. For
cooldown
the stuns. Yeah.
for the stun. Depending on what you want to do, the block debuffs
Yep.
buff, it's a 2-turn duration. Just I mean, it's great. She's built also for clan boss
Yeah.
with both her A2 and A3,
Yep.
and then she's got this passive as well.
When receiving any debuffs, instantly transfers them. What?
Yeah, yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
Oh, it does. It does have a cooldown of 3 turns though.
It does have a cooldown,
So
so you
okay,
can't reduce that in any way. So it's
will not transfer. Okay, will not transfer debuffs that cannot be removed. So when a champion debuffs them and it says this debuff cannot be removed, she won't transfer that. But that's pretty rare.
yeah, that's pretty rare.
Yeah.
There's not that many champions that apply debuffs that cannot be removed, right?
Yeah, because there are some that say cannot be resisted, like
Yeah.
Ignatius HP burn can't be resisted, but I don't know what ones even can't be like what ones does it say? That's a lot more rare.
I mean, I know of buffs that cannot be removed, but I
Yeah,
can't think of right now, as we're recording, of any debuffs that cannot
yeah,
be removed.
yeah. Um, yeah, yeah. So that's gonna be that doesn't really that's not really a big deal. So
Maybe
basically,
it's just there for the future,
yeah,
in case they introduce something. Um, but yeah, just this one, it makes possibilities for Arena as well. Just
yeah.
have this for Arena. Just have her in the defense team.
And
Um,
it doesn't even say because a lot of times when they do stuff like this, it'll have the caveat of like does not apply to stun, provoke, like the CC type stuff. But no, like if they try to like stun you, it's gonna stun them.
right. But it says debuff, so it's plural. So I'm thinking if a champion applies like a double defense down, weaken, or defense down, attack down, she's gonna transfer both,
Yeah,
not just the one.
yeah.
So I'm guessing it works
So you have like
for that one turn.
a Madame Saris that does defense
Mm,
down and attack down, and it's just gonna flip flop it and do
back
it.
to her.
Yeah, do it to the Saris instead. But
Yeah.
so she's really good for a defensive team. You get her really tough in an immunity set or something, because then her passive will automatically place debuffs, and then her first turn she'll cleanse and heal, and then place block debuffs, and then you're off to the races.
Right. Right. I think it's yeah. I think it's just great. A great champion. Of course, she would have been a void legendary.
Yeah,
That's not gonna be a fusion. It's gonna be like a good luck.
yeah.
That's it. And she's got an aura for faction crypts. 42%, I think. Just
Now,
by getting her, she's gonna make it easy
so
for you for Shadowkin.
where would you rate Riho? Like when we talk about the other void legendaries, your Sifis, your warlords, your hegemon, your Krisk, Lydia, where would you rate Riho, sorry.
Um, hmm. Okay, look, with the bosses that we have right now, the new bosses, because she also has the cleanse and a block debuffs and a healing, she becomes really good for that eternal dragon for stage 120. She's definitely gonna help you recover from those big hits. She also does a reflect, so I think I think she's not better than Lydia or Sifi, so she's top 10. I think she's top 10, but not top 5. I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I think she's somewhere in like the 7 to 10 range. Yeah, for void legendaries. Because I
Yeah.
like you'd rather have like I don't have warlord. Do you have warlord?
No.
But I think I'd rather have Sify, Krisk, maybe I don't hegemon. I mean, it's tough because it just really depends on like what you need, what your hole is on your roster. But you've got like Ursaga. Ursaga's probably a little bit better, don't you think?
Ursaga, I do have her, but I would trade Ursaga for her.
Huh. See, I
I
don't
would
have
trade Ursaga.
Ursaga.
For her. I mean, she's great as a defensive champion, but I still would rather her for um for any kind of situation, honestly.
Well, the point is, yeah, she's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely unique kid. And this it just opens up many possibilities, I guess, to abuse this. I mean, if she also apply, I think they should have had her apply everything and just be done with it. Apply poisons, apply everything, and just
And then
fill up the enemy with all the debuffs that are in the game.
it'd make it easier to read too. Just applies every debuff in the game on one enemy. Hex, just keep going, just everything.
Hex, bombs, poison, fear, fear. Go crazy.
It'd break the game though. It'd be like because there's like 38 debuffs. It would just blow up the
Yeah,
screen. No, that's awesome. That's
yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, these are the new champions that will be introduced on Tuesday, the 13th. Definitely, all of them have something unique. I want to say the epics are also great, not just the legendaries. The epics are also definitely worth to consider. What you think about that?
Yeah. This is the best they've done in terms of structuring a new champion release based around a fusion for sure. Because typically there's like one decent epic and three trash cans, but this is like one or two good epics and then two decent epics along with a really good fusion legendary, along with a new void legendary that's like a top 8 or 9 void Lego. So yeah, this is I think they did a pretty good job. I'd give them like a 9 out of 10 for designing this kind of fusion champion structure.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I don't know about the grading for it, but definitely do
Come,
agree with
come
it
on,
with the way
Cobra,
they're
you
going.
gotta put a stamp on it. You gotta step off the fence. You gotta.
I'm gonna give them an 8.79 out of 10.
All right, very specific. Okay, I like it.
But yeah, I do enjoy it. Although, okay, we don't have any new rares.
Well,
We don't have any new rares introduced, so I wonder how they'll do that for a fusion. It's gonna be a classic fusion.
or do you think for the test server they just didn't add
They didn't introduce them.
Yeah,
Maybe, but I would expect more rares. Like if it was, new rares, I would expect at least one new rare coming in here. But no, they just gave us the epics and the two legendaries here to test them out.
great. So now they're gonna make us have to save 400 of those old rares again.
Who knows? Who knows? We'll just have to see on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we've already gone a long time, but we were having a lot of fun. We wanted to record this as soon as we could, and like I said earlier,
We'll get our thoughts out on it. Yeah, for sure.
we wanted to be able to kind of collab and give you kind of two different perspectives on things going on here and record it as soon as we can, and then we'll get this out to you guys as soon as Plarium legally allows us to do so. Well, is there anything you want to say on the way out, man?
No, man, no. I think it's great talking with you about all these champions. You give your own thoughts on them. I give my own thoughts. It's a nice way to share this with the community, and I hope they like these new champions.
For sure. All right. Thanks. Have a good one, brother.
Yeah, you too, man.